I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop.
We ran out of time and space yesterday, so here's part 2.
Bob Weaver asked about chucks. He asked if I could show him how the different kinds of chucks worked. Now, this is a Miller Falls push drill. And it has a standard 3-jaw chuck on it. It'll take 1/16 of an inch diameter drill bit. Just like the Stanley 75, you load the drill bit in, push on the handle, punches right on through. Now this is a Stanley number 41. It's kind of a unique chuck. The drill bits are stored in the handle. You loosen the locking collar. You loosen this locking collar. That lets the handle slide down and it exposes the drill bits. Pull out the drill bit you want. Slide that outer sleeve back up, tighten down the locking nut. You slip the drill bit in, spin it until it engages the notch. Then you turn this counterclockwise until it pushes the ball D10 in, catches in a notch, locks the drill bit in the chuck. There you go. This drill will only handle the Yankee drill bits for the number 41. Single use. The big breast drills come in a variety of chucks. This one has the 3-jaw chuck, which is just like the egg beater drill. This manufacturer made the chuck so it'll go down fairly small. Holds it just like a standard 1/4-inch drill motor of today's drills. Some of them have the 2-jaw chuck like this one. It takes the standard square tang and the old-fashioned square tang. They'll hold down to about a 3/16 drill bit. This is a Jacobs 3-jaw chuck. This is off my lathe. It uses a key, and you can really tighten the drill bit down in this. That's more of a modern use. This is a great neck push drill. It's also a screwdriver, very similar to the Yankee screwdrivers up there. This one comes with drill bits, and it has a tang very similar to the one for the Yankee 41, except instead of having to twist the collar, you just pull the collar back and twist the drill bit until it goes down into the bottom of the pocket. Then just push the drill through. Difference between this and the 41, this one has forward and reverse. That lets it do work as both a drill and a screwdriver. Slide that little thumb button forward, it goes clockwise to drive a screw. Slide it back, it goes counterclockwise. Put the button in the center and it works like a regular fixed screwdriver, except it's got some slop in it. It's not a high dollar item, and normally I wouldn't keep something like this around. I don't use it, it sits in the drawer. About the only time I bring it out is to show somebody like I'm showing you. This little drill is an antique, and it's a, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a really good one. It doesn't have a very sturdy mechanism, but it's held up for a number of years, and I've kept it around. It uses a twisted wire around the shank to act as the driving mechanism, and it only has one size drill bit, and it's pinned in it. It does drill, just not very fast. Very similar to the Stanley, but an earlier version of it is this Yankee. This one sits in the drawer because it doesn't look as nice as the Yankee. It does it almost exactly the same thing. Collar works the same way. This one, instead of having to turn the chuck, you just push it out. Drop the drill bit down in until it stops turning and seats itself. Then you let go of the little button and that locks the drill bit into the chuck. Not as fast as a battery operated one, but it works quite well. It spins fast enough that drill bit gets a little bit warm. So this is Yankee 135. It'll accept the bits from this great neck. Not really what it was meant to do, but if you wanted to have a drill and you only had a Yankee screwdriver, if you can find some of those drill bits, they do work. This is a Craftsman version, something similar to the Stanley 41 and this Yankee. This is a Craftsman, which is fairly similar to the Stanley 41 and the Yankee 41. The chuck is slightly different. And the way you mount the drill bits are slightly different too. The shank on the drill bit has a cross. When you tighten it up, it goes in there and latches. You turn the chuck clockwise and it latches up the drill bit. Works quite well. The drill bits go into a hole in the base and you push down on this button and turn the cap until the hole in the cap lines up with the button. And that latches the cap, locks the drill bits in. Now this little guy is a drill, and it only works as a drill. It won't work as a screwdriver unless you're driving something in. It won't retract the screw. I don't have any bits for it. It takes a special size 1/4 inch shank bit. I would imagine you could do something like locking in one of these 1/4 inch drill bits in there. It's a collet type chuck. And it works, but I think a 1/4 inch drill bit is just a little bit too big for the mechanism. The chuck on this Silver and Deming is similar to the one on this old style brace. It uses a set screw, but this one only handles 1/2 inch shank drill bits. This is actually a style called Silver and Deming because Silver was one of the first companies to make a standard drill press like this one, and they used a 1/2 inch shank, straight shank drill bit, just like all of them that you see in that rack. This last kind of chuck is a T-handle. The old style barn augers. The last kind of chuck I'm going to show you is this T-handle style. The old style barn augers had a wooden T-handle bolted to them. Put a tapered chuck in the end of the handle. There's a nut on the top that locks it down into the frame. That's the way that the drill bit operated. You never remove this handle unless you broke it. So to have a range of sizes, you had a range of these big drills. Somebody was being inventive and came up with this idea that you could clamp the drill into this T-handle. So they built a T-handle that locks down onto the square drive of the drill. That way, get the job done, pull the T-handle off, and put it in your toolbox. Saved a lot of space. Also, you could carry 5 of these in the space you'd carry one of the other T-handles. When you get into the newest versions, this is a keyless chuck. That's all the chucks I've got to show you today, Bob. If I get any more, I'll make another video. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.